Okay, hello. So there is something that I would like to kind of go over and just kind of share with you all. This is actually what my YouTube account was supposed to be for originally, before I decided to just do like makeup stuff. Originally, my channel was supposed to be kind of a documentary about me and my journey. So it's kind of hard to put into words without sounding super sad about it. It's not necessarily, it's not like a bad thing or anything. I don't know if you guys know this. I am obese. It's taken a while to come to terms with that fact. I couldn't believe it. Doctor told me I was obese, and it was like a surprise. But, you know, that's fine, because obesity can be cured. And that's what this video is for. Basically, I want to say technically from the start of January, but really I've only gotten serious about it within the last like 2 weeks. So right now I am really doing my best to eat healthier and exercise more and not be so lazy, because that's my biggest problem. I'm more comfortable, you know, watching TV, of course, than going to the gym or whatever, and I think a lot of people are, but I have kind of come to terms with the fact that I am going to be 30 next year, and I have completely wasted my 20s being overweight and not being able to share the same experiences as some people who are thinner. Case in point, you know, anytime I go to like a theme park, I know that I'm not going to be able to fit on the rides. I mean, I could maybe, but I wouldn't subject myself to trying anyway. So I just don't do it. Trying to fit on like a roller coaster seat, that's not something that I want to subject my own self to. Partly because I don't like roller coasters. I've never been on one, and I probably will never be on one. But there's just, you know, if I were a little bit smaller, maybe, I don't know, you know, even going to like the theater. Tomorrow night we're going to see a show, and I know from experience that those seats are very small. They're not accommodating. So it's just little things like that, you know, get me kind of motivated and have really hindered me in a way. So this whole video is kind of my putting it out there. I really have been trying to eat healthier. I have been tracking everything that I eat. Me and Jacob take the dogs on walks daily now. Well, almost daily. It depends on the weather and how I'm feeling. But, you know, we are moving more than we are consuming, and that's the biggest point. I'm not a healthy at every size kind of person. Being a, you know, larger woman myself, I don't feel like anybody should have to cater to me because I'm larger. I don't feel like, I mean, if somebody were to, if I were single and I was out dating and somebody was asking me, you know, how much I weighed, and they were like, oh, you know, I don't think it would work out, I would completely and 100% respect that person's decision, because that is their own personal preference, You know, I don't want to date some dude with a six-pack who loves to go hiking and I'm sitting here eating Qdoba, and I mean, it's one thing that just won't work out. So this is honestly just my journey, and I want to be able to share with you guys my accomplishments, you know, my failures, things like that. I have been overweight my entire life. I will put a picture here. I honestly have. I've been overweight my entire life, well, with the exception of very early childhood, probably from like birth to 7 years old, I think. I was very thin, and then around 8 years old I just kind of exploded, and it just kept gaining and I couldn't stop. So, and this honestly right now is the biggest that I've ever been, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Well, actually, when I first started was probably the biggest I'd ever been. So I was actually 270. When me and my coworker started in January, we started this little weight loss challenge. I was 270 and now I am at 254. So I have been making some progress, so that's exciting, but I am finally, I think, really ready to take it seriously. And that's something that I am really excited to share with you guys because, you know, I know that this is a beauty blog, this is a makeup blog, this is an unboxing blog, but it's also my blog, and this is something that I want to share, and hopefully you guys will find it in your hearts to encourage me along the way. I know I really started getting out of control about a year ago. I was constantly eating. It was insane the amount of food that I was actually eating in a day. I wouldn't stop. And I don't know why that happened. I don't know if it was depression or what, but I just kept eating and kept eating and kept eating, and then I got bigger and bigger. I decided that that's not what I want for my 30th birthday. You know, when I turn 30, I want to like the way I look in the mirror, and I want to like myself for the accomplishment that I did, you know, for the fact that I beat obesity. You know, I am really excited, and I would absolutely love for you guys to hold me accountable to everything. You know, do like weekly check-ins on my weight and how it was going that day or something. And this is what this whole YouTube channel was supposed to be about, but I kind of chickened out a little bit. But I'm ready. I think I'm ready. So I'm really excited for this new chapter in my life, and hopefully by the time I'm 30, which will be next July, hopefully, you know, I will be a much smaller person than I am today, and much bigger for the experience. Anyway, I just honestly just wanted to make a video to let you guys know that this is my journey. I want to hear from you, like what your struggles with weight were, either how you overcame it or how you know, have coped with it. I would honestly just love to hear from you guys. And please let me know if you want like a weekly check-in or something, and I will definitely do that. Ah, my camera, why? But, thumbs up if you want a weekly check-in, subscribe down below, leave a comment, let me know what your stories are in regards to, you know, being overweight or having to deal with people making fun of you because of your weight or anything like that. And because I know it doesn't just happen to overweight people, a lot of the really thin people get picked on. Really thin people get called anorexic all the time, so just let me know. I would love to hear from you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.